Hiya, and welcome back to Moonlight Castle. The game that teaches us that... I am so fucking jealous of Joel right now. I am so jealous of him right now. So jealous of... Ugh. Ugh. Ah! Also, Russell might not be that bad anyways. Let's hop right in. I instinctively pulled my hand back into my chest. I held still for a second and felt that warmth from the ring again. My hand is moving on its own. I wasn't trying to seize control over my hand, but rather it was guiding me somewhere. So I decided to let it go and see where it would lead me. Then I noticed that only my index finger was moving and everything else just followed along. I took some small steps as I tried guessing where it wanted me to go. And what about now? And seeing where it wants me to go. The hand stopped right in front of the boulder blocking the entrance. You want me to touch it or something? The temperature slightly shifted. No, wait, that could mean anything. Not a proper definition, it was up to interpretation. Make it hotter for yes and colder for no. The ring warmed up. Cool, you actually understand me. I should have whispered more. They were looking at me again. I'm not insane, I swear. There. My hand is on the boulder, so was there anything I should... What the fuck? The boulder began fading away, just like all the ghosts we've seen so far. Were the rocks fucking ghosts too? I can confidently say that I've given up trying to justify everything. This place is genuinely cursed. Oh my god! Oh my god! Russell! Oh my god! It's almost as if we've been saying that exact fucking thing for the past whatever. Oh my god! Shut the fuck up, Russell. He finally admitted it. This moment wasn't as satisfying as I thought it'd be. We should go to the safe room and let everyone know about this. Hello? Who's there? A trembling voice came from the direction of the safe room, accompanied by faint steps. I immediately recognized that voice and called back. Clyde, it's us. He paced his way to us quickly and, with great relief, charged into me. Alright, I'm changing up Clyde's voice. Because, like, I don't want Clyde and Russell to share a voice, so I'm changing up Clyde's voice. He's getting the fucking, what was it, the Lucian voice. Oh my lord, am I happy to see you guys again. Same, Clyde, how are you? Clyde turned around before answering me. Everything's safe here, come. A few moments later, I see Patrice peeking from the corner, just his head popping and scouting around. We're about to start looking, because nobody returned. Except you just now. Nope. Hell no, you do not want to go in there alone. That doesn't sound good. What happened? You two look tired, for lack of a better word. I wanted to share everything, but I was worried that Patrice might not take this information the same way Russell did. We almost drowned. The castle tried capturing me with some strange plants and then met a ghost that wanted to... Enough! What are you doing? And we all watched Patrice drop to the floor. That's a lot to take in. Let me help Patrice for now. I don't get it. He asked what happened. I'm not mentally stable enough to deal with this. Can we leave, please? And the others? We waited in the safe room, but nobody returned. We've only met you guys so far. Let's wait here then. It's easier to let them see the boulder is gone for themselves. About that, did you guys... I quickly prevented Russell from spilling the beans. Nope, just happened to find it like this. Clyde looked uncertain about my claim, and yeah, the way I handled it was half-assed, so that made sense. We couldn't keep that conversation going for too long. Something's coming. Are they back? I was receiving mixed feedback. There was something familiar yet dangerous about so many entities rapidly approaching us. Get ready to run. Russell was the first to appear in my vision. He was holding Liam, who had bloody clothes around his arm, and they were aiming for the safe room, only to hesitate when our eyes met. Is the door open?
Dylan, the gate is open!
The lynx shouted. Ryan resumed running and, without saying a word, went past us out of the building.
Run to the car and don't look back!
The ground underneath our feet was shaking, but there wasn't an earthquake. This was the weight of many people combined that were running in our direction. We left the castle. I didn't want to meet them.
I'll slow them down. Get running. Get the car ready to move. Hurry.
Heard Dylan's voice, but I was too afraid to look back. We just ran through the forest into the campsite and back to our beginning. My heart was pumping as much oxygen as it could, and I was way too tired for another round of adrenaline. In the midst of that chaos, Ryan caught up with us. Glad to see you all safe and sound, he shouted as he sprinted forward to get access to the car first. Ryan luckily only needed a button press to unlock the car. We hastily jumped in, turned it around, and waited facing the road.
Where the fuck is Dylan?
Should we open the window, or...
No, lock the damn car!
But that way he won't...
We need to protect ourselves...
We need to protect ourselves first, sorry. Blake took initiative and locked us in. That selfish choice proved to be the wisest one tonight. We saw an army of strange people dressed in black capes running towards us, with one defining feature each. Doctors' white plague masks. Among the chaos, I noticed something and pointed at it. Dylan was in that mess, surrounded by a countless amount of them.
Shit, he's struggling to get here.
Oh, are we going to abandon him?
Ryan, listen to me.
Turn the car around and hit them all.
But don't ask me to murder people so casually.
If you don't do that right now, they'll kill him, Ryan.
Shit. He cursed multiple times as the engine roared and the car drove over these so-called people. What they said was true, at least. They didn't damage the vehicle either. No sound or collision, they just popped out of existence. Like, you're just, like, doing your own thing, and then you just hear... That is... I am convinced that that is the sound they make. Like, you just, like, hit one, and it's just...
Jump!
When the car was close enough to Dylan, the crocodile slashed a few more times with the knives he was holding and jumped on top. They tried doing the same, but Dylan smacked them away with his tail before they could land.
Move!
I'm trying, for fuck's sake! Everyone was struggling to breathe, me included. Couldn't imagine the pressure Ryan must have been feeling at that moment. Patrice was also hyperventilating again, and Clyde tried his best to do some damage control. Let me see your wound. Russell tried mending Liam's wounded arm, only for Liam to make space between him and Russell.
I'm fine, don't touch me!
Ryan managed to drive us all away from those people, or at least far enough that we could allow Dylan inside. We all took one big exhale as we watched them becoming smaller and smaller, until they were completely out of view. It seemed they all went through some bad stuff, probably even worse than ours. We have a lot to talk about, Liam.
I figured.
I do right now, but you're wounded.
You're so considerate, I thought you wanted me dead. Is thing me hurt tickling your conscience now?
What about you? Do you not feel a slight shred of remorse for involving normal people into this?
It wasn't supposed to be like this. I need time to think about it.
This discussion is for tomorrow.
Clyde looked like he had something to say but held it in. We were both mentally and physically exhausted. There was no way we would be capable of holding a proper argument here. Patrice calmed down and the car went quiet again, with nothing but our thoughts to fill in the blanks. I wanted to sleep, to shut down my brain, but my body refused to obey me. It believed to be in danger still. That fear of dying permeated not just me, but everyone else too. The ring would have to wait. I'll confess my findings tomorrow when a new day comes. Hopefully I wouldn't stay awake the whole night, staring at my ceiling, afraid of the night breaking into my house and killing me the moment I tried closing my eyes. It's Mr. Fridge. It's Mr. Fridge. Day 4. He was on the couch, watching TV and eating the dinner I made for him. It was exactly what he wanted. I left him a beer, his drink of choice, and the brand of cigarettes he always smoked. Wanted to make Dad feel better after going through such a rough work day. And I knew it helped him. There was this strange feeling reassuring me it would. I placed my face against the door, eager to catch any kind of sound from him. This is Russell. And depending on how it goes, we may or may not tell him to, quote, shut the fuck up, end quote. Wanted to see him. I wanted to hear his voice. I wanted to talk to him. But I wasn't allowed to. I was forbidden from leaving my room while he was home. Those were the rules we had all agreed on. All I could hear was the announcer yelling about football and cheering the winning team for their previous play. Would you ever praise me the same way? Even though I hated sports so much. Slowly backed away and returned to my bed. My eyes trailed to my nightstand. A couple of framed pictures were sitting on top, both face down. I considered myself lucky that he still allowed me to stay. He was sad. I was making him sad, and I couldn't do anything to help Dad feel better. I flipped up one of the pictures to give it another look. Dad on his wedding day wearing a tuxedo and the brightest smile I'd ever seen him make. Didn't even know his face could do that. He'd be upset if he knew I had this in my possession. But he never entered my room anyway. This was Daniel's idea. Who the fuck is Daniel? Then I looked at the other one. Dad would be even more furious if he saw the second one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, find out this episode of Dragon Ball Z. Dad would be even more furious if he saw the second one. Carefully lifted it up and stared at it. I sniffled. Seeing Mom's face never failed to make me emotional. This was the last picture left. Dad got rid of everything that reminded him of her. I'm turning the music down. I stared at the hallway beyond my locked door. That included me. I wish I'd gotten the chance to meet her. I didn't know anything about her, yet I craved a connection. I wanted us to be together like those families I saw on TV. But I knew that was never going to work. Death is kind of a permanent thing. I gently moved my hand across my hair, feeling its curly yet soft texture running through my fingers. That was the only real connection between us. Her beautiful hair was extremely similar to mine, and I believe she left me this gift, hoping that I'd never forget her. What a fucking email, what is it? Okay. I'm going to study now, so watch over me, okay? I had a lot of fun learning. I couldn't thank Daniel enough for teaching me. I loved reading all the strange books he'd bring over. They were like fairy tales for me to fall asleep to. But these new books were a little more complicated than those silly stories. I wanted to be as useful as possible to everyone. By the time I woke up, the house had become quiet. I stood by my door and waited, checking if Dad had left for work again. No sounds, the TV was off. He might have still been sleeping. I raised my head and stared at the clock Daniel installed on my wall. I wasn't sure if this was morning enough. Daniel recently told me that apparently other kids go to a place at this time to meet each other and learn many things. It was really surprising to me. I waited long enough. I pushed the door open and tiptoed my way to the kitchen, after giving a tiny peek into my dad's bedroom. Nope, he wasn't home. The stench of alcohol mixed with smoke filled my nostrils. Ew, is this really something adults enjoy? Multiple bottles laid across the floor combined with cigarette butts. I giggled at that. At first I thought Daniel was making fun of me when he first told me that's what they were called. I reluctantly collected everything and dumped it all into the trash. Then I heard a key rattling from the main entrance, followed by an unlocking sound. Dan? I yelled, but I received no response. Oh shit, what's Daniel's voice? Damn, he got them eyebrows. Whatever a Daniel sounds like. What does a Daniel sound like? What does a Daniel sound like? I will say this though, I still hate the new Discord UI. I still hate it. It sucks. It's absolute garbage. However, what does a Daniel sound like? Like a father, but good. A rare phenomenon in FVNs, I know. Like a father, but good. I wouldn't say Mickey Mouse is a good father. Lethargic, but chill. What voice do I give DILFs? Good morning, little man. Everything alright? I puffed my cheeks and avoided eye contact. Why the long face? I wanted you to reply, I guess. He smiled, gently patted my head, and walked forward. Sorry, I didn't hear you calling me. Watch out! His big barefooted hovered over some tiny puddles of ketchup, and by the time I warned him, he was already in. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, his eyes. His eyes caught me off guard. They're great. Oh, that sucks. He lifted his foot back up and eyed the counter. I'm really sorry about that. Let me help. I handed him some tissues to wipe it off. Your father is such a slob. His wife didn't sacrifice herself just so he'd give up on their kid. I know it's my fault this is happening. The fuck? No, it fucking isn't. No, it fucking isn't, Russell. The fuck? No, it fucking isn't. Exactly. We only hate grown-up Russell, not baby Russell. Small children, we do not hate. I know it's my fault this is happening. Did your dad say anything bad to you? I swear if he did. No, of course not. I always lock my room and only come out after he's gone. Now I normally clean the house and leave food for him to eat when he comes home. You shouldn't be doing any of that. I just want to help. I want him to be happy again. Russell, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know what I can say. He's way too young to understand, and I can't make him suffer more than he already has. I'm happy, though. I mean, you come to visit me every day. We spend time together, and after I finish all my chores, you can teach me new things, play with me, and, well, it makes me happy. I'm just going to be honest. With all this, it explains a lot. It explains a lot about Russell's behavior. It doesn't excuse his behavior, not by any definition of the word, but it does explain it. It doesn't explain the fact that he hurt anyone badly. No, excuse. It does explain it, but it doesn't excuse it. Yeah, we get it. Russell, he's your beloved. However, he's still a prick. I just wish I could do that with Dad, too. I want to hope that in time he'll come around, yeah? He touched my hair again, staring at it for longer than usual. Yeah. He better not do anything strange while I'm not here. Wish I could just take it to my place instead. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Will you ever get to go to school? I've been encouraging your father to sign you up, but he keeps turning me down. He wants you there. He wants you here. That asshole wants to replace his wife. Oh! Ew! Ew! Daniel, you have one job. Right now. Yeah, this is Russell's past. You have one job. Get Russell the fuck out of there. I shouldn't have asked. No, everything's okay, really. Why don't you sit there and play? I brought you something cool. Let this old bear do all the work. But I have to clean the house. Wrong. You need to go and play. This is supposed to be my job. Dad will get mad if he learns you did it for me. Are you going to snitch on me? I wouldn't. I'm really sorry, kiddo. I promise I'll get you out of here and give you a better life. You deserve to live your age and be among other kids. Not in this prison. Yeah, Rolling Star, it's still fucking gross. It's still gross. Dan? I love you. I love you too. I might have never met my mom, but having two dads was basically the same thing. Maybe that made me feel a bit more special. I slowly opened my eyes and went back to my reality, welcomed by the same old mossy ceiling of mine. My body didn't feel rested at all. I yawned, my phone's alarm still blaring in the background. Did that wake me up? Reached for my savior sitting on the shelf and stopped the annoying music when something else hit me. I didn't set any alarm for today. A tiny memo was attached to it. Sorry, I didn't know how to wake you up without making it weird. The temperature around my finger slowly shifted in response. Did you do that then? That was real. All of it was real. You should wash your face and drink some water. Yeah, I should. I froze. Her voice, now fully coherent, was coming out of the ring. Oh, yeah, I should let you have your privacy. You tend to forget about those things when you die. Holy fucking shit. There we go. Was this the same ghost I met? Her body was somewhat transparent, but she casted a small shadow underneath her. Am I making you uncomfortable? I'm sorry. Where did you go? Looked around, but I couldn't see her anymore.
I'm back in the ring. I tried to float outside, but I can't go too far from it.
I thought that by leaving the castle, all the weird supernatural stuff I saw yesterday would stay behind. Is it fine for you to be there? You know, I need to go.
I won't see a thing, promise.
A sigh escaped me as I made my way to the bathroom. I'm not awake enough for this. This crazy medium stuff was going to be normal for me from now on. It was a strange feeling. That impulsive choice of mine was going to create many more issues I've been trying to avoid. I'd embrace it and adapt. I've done that many times in the past before. Alright, I'm ready.
Coming!
Yeah, she did remind me of her brother, and I'm not doing the echo anymore. Nia Pratt, veteran medium at your service. Her voice sounded animated and expressive. It was a nice kind of friendly that put my mind at ease. I guess you need some catching up? No need. I went through your memories while you were sleeping. That's crazy and invasive. It was an emergency. But we left the castle. It's over, isn't it? She gave me a sympathetic look, but I didn't feel reassured. That is not a sympathetic look. That is a get fucked, bitch. That is not a sympathetic look. That is a get fucked, bitch, and I love it. She's so smug. I didn't feel reassured. You and your friends are still in danger. The castle will find its way to you regardless of where you are. What does that mean? I looked at my wrist. That weird circle didn't go away either. We should take it slow, okay? You're not in immediate danger. And the others, are they fine? Yes, everyone's safe. What does it want exactly? Is it just going after people without a reason? I'll tell you everything I know. Grabbed an energy drink off my shelf. This kind of mess needed more caffeine. I'd like to start with more information from you, though, otherwise my answer won't make any sense. She was already 10 times more helpful than her brother. How much do you remember from yesterday? I know that something weird happened with time. And I remember all of it now. Time itself was rewinded. Why do I remember? Technically, these memories should have ceased to exist. They were removed from this world, but they still exist somewhere else. The idea of a world in which he remained dead saddened me. It's easy to make our minds forget, but our bodies, their memories are impossible to manipulate. That's why ghosts have a harder time keeping ourselves together. Was that dream also real? Is there a chance everyone else will remember? Absolutely, this isn't a special medium skill, it comes with being alive. Should I make him remember? That's not really a question for me, is it? I'd check on them first and decide based on their behavior. Are you going to teach me how to be a medium? Liam will. Yeah, right. Should have done so ages ago. I will if he doesn't, but I think he's going to. At least Liam will be happy to see you again. No, hold up. You can't do that. Why? The whole point of entering the castle was to find you. I didn't want him to find me. I think it was part of my contract, but I'm struggling to remember. Is it because you're a ghost? Yeah, I'll need time to regain all the memories I've lost. And what do I say to him in the meantime? He's going to notice your ring on my finger. Nothing at all, like I'm a portion of your soul and make it invisible. Even I couldn't see it anymore. Just be careful with it, okay? It's not gone. People can feel the ring by touching it. Now, tell me why we should go back to the castle. It's crucial for me to know that. Because the castle didn't give you permission to leave. We forced your way out. Your friends received a curse that will lead them to their deaths if left unchecked. Shit. Though I find it strange that you don't have one. It doesn't matter. How do we get out of this situation? You'll need to go back and resume your investigation. How do I do that when everything wants to kill me? As part of your job description. Is there an option to resign? Or can we get fired? The thing is, curses are created by people that have succumbed to their negative emotions. Grief, hatred, regret, anger, guilt. These negative feelings carry strong desires that serve as foundation for a curse. So the objective here is to find out what the castle wants and appease it. It's not always possible to appease it, but learning the cause will provide you with more solutions, yes. And the castle just holds these answers for us. Isn't that dumb? They can't help it. The castle is a physical manifestation of their desires. It's part of their soul, which means their motives are also hidden somewhere. I wanted to close my eyes again. Maybe this was another dream. You know what would make this easier? Knowing what my talent is. It was unfair how I was given all this work and nothing excited to match it with. I can help, if you allow me to dive through your memories. Oh, now you want my consent. First petty comment of the day. Hey, don't use my own memories against me. Nia looked whiter, much more faded than she was before. Is everything good? I'm running low on energy. Seems like I can't keep this form up for too long. Maybe because I just created it. But I need to ask more. I'll be back. Hang in there. You're smart. You'll figure it out without me. Felt lightheaded for a couple of seconds. Hold up. Everyone except Russell is on night 4. I felt lightheaded for a couple of seconds. She was leeching off of me. Just be careful with my soul. I have no idea how much I can endure. You'd be surprised, like, for real. Why the fuck did I make her sound like my 5th grade history teacher? That is not a joke. I made her sound like my 5th grade history teacher, and I hate it. Still there? I could feel her through the ring, but received no response. A part of me was down to admit that this whole medium thing was exciting. Until you brought death into the picture. Should have asked her why she picked me over Liam. And why she didn't look like a colored bedsheet anymore. I chuckled. Glanced toward my phone and saw Ryan's incoming call. Thought about the things we went through and the way we found each other and how we parted ways. I was sure the castle hadn't been kind to you either. Hey. Morning, how are you doing today? There was a hint of concern and I couldn't blame him. Yesterday fucked me up in ways I never imagined possible. Alive. Thank God you are. And you? Ghosts, monsters, and those cloaked people with masks, just brutal. Mostly kept worrying about you. I'm sorry for getting you caught up in all this. You didn't know that would happen. It's over. We can go back to what we always do. I could feel his emotions coming through the phone, the way his soul moved and reacted to my words. And I couldn't bring myself to say it. At least not right now. You coming? Oh, yeah, just give me a few. I should be there soon. I'll wait by the tree stump. Was this also part of becoming a medium? I didn't realize that having the ability to feel souls included living as well. His feelings were pouring into me without the need for words. And they were so warm and bright that all the bad memories we shared didn't hurt as much. Being alive was all that mattered to me. Oh boy, I sure do like being alive. Suddenly, to my horror, Larry. Being alive was all that mattered to me. I walked up to my tree stump and waited. It had been a few days since I managed to take a break like this and do nothing. Watching the world move around me was a special kind of feeling I always enjoyed. Then my eyes caught something strange around the main road that alarmed me. And that was just the first of many. They would blend among the crowd, walk alongside them, completely unnoticed by the people they followed. At first I was worried. Their presence sent off many warning signs in my head. But they weren't doing anything harmful. Would have felt their negativity right from the get-go, but I didn't. In fact, they even caught me off guard. Were there souls unrelated to the castle? I could see everything. Not just the castle. These ghosts weren't following strangers either. They shared a deep feeling of familiarity with the living. Came to realization a lot of things just from this sight alone. This was a sight every medium saw, one they couldn't share. They were obligated to lie and pretend not to see. It was going to be tough for me to adjust to this new world. A car parked next to me, and within seconds I saw Ryan coming out. Morning. He looked fine, but I felt off about this, something I struggled to put into words. Make some space for me. Oh my god, Ryan, fucking go to therapy! Breaking news. Fat bear needs therapy. Actually, let me adjust that. Breaking news. Fat bear that everyone loves needs therapy. He does need time away from Joel. He absolutely needs time away from him. Make some space for me. Did he even take a look at the tree stump? I'll sit on the grass. No, it's fine. I'll do that. We silently watched the cars drive by, but his vision lacked the floating souls moving on the sidewalk. I thought we'd drive to the Saffron stash. We will, I just needed a moment, I guess. Been in that car for so long, I thought we could chat here. Sure. I agreed with the way he was feeling right now. His feeling of uncertainty loomed over me, not knowing what I should be doing, what I should prioritize. Are you going back to campus? I haven't decided yet. Even if I do, I'm not going to be attending any lessons. I get it. You want to make sure everyone's fine. Are you? Of course! Nothing can stop this bear. His soul didn't look the same to me. But it could have been the curse placed on him. I wasn't exactly an expert at reading souls yet. Did you manage to patch things up with Russell? That question only soured my already fucked up mood further. And it showed. Ryan grimaced in response and looked away. That bad? You have no idea. I see. But you're still planning to go to the Saffron stash, so... You don't need to find me the bright side. He fucked up. I'm still feeling petty about that. But yes, I'm going anyway. I think I should have a word with Russell myself. Terrible idea. You should stay in the corner instead where you can't cause any damage. His eyes widened. That truly came out of nowhere. Then he whined, saddened by my response. Sorry, still petty. I shrugged and reluctantly rubbed his back. You did warn me about it, at least. I sighed and raised my head. I want to tell you everything, but it's going to sound crazy. He gave me an understanding look. I don't doubt you. I've seen weird stuff as well. Then he stared ahead at nothing in particular, and I shared a similar feeling. Like, really weird. Couldn't exactly describe it. I see. Then he tapped my shoulder. But we learned our lesson, didn't we? The bear smiled, and I failed to share that sentiment. God, I can't believe I need Daddy Russell's permission to share the night with you. Ew. Ryan froze for a moment. I mean, yeah. Though, that's not how I would have phrased it. I placed my paw in front of him and blocked all the terrible vibes he was sending my way. No, stop that. Bad bear. He looked back at his car. I'm hungry and I need food. That's all there is to it. Same old song and dance. We can figure out what to do next after I feed my belly. Which should be that simple. Watched him walk back to the car, noticed the spirit's behavior change. They were hurrying away, taking as much distance as they could from him. Were they sensitive to the curse? Probably. No, wait. They should have done that from the start, from the moment he parked here. What's going on? I'm currently unraveling a thing of tape. I am playing with a roll of tape. I want you to remember that. I am playing with a roll of tape right now. And it's fun. Should have done that from the start. From the moment he parked here. Ryan walked up to the car and leaned forward. Looked around, trying to find a clue, but nothing weird caught my attention. What's up? Are you not getting in? Our eyes met. The bear also seemed fine, maybe upset by yesterday's night, but who wouldn't be? I mean, yeah. You look worried. I should tell him. But I didn't want to make it worse for him. Stop doing that and say it. Remember what Liam told me yesterday? He said a lot of stuff. Fair, he said it became a medium. Yeah, what about it? I see them everywhere now. Ryan didn't get it at first, and I saw his expression change as he realized where I was going. Are they here? He eagerly faced the main road, hoping to catch the same sight, only to be met with disappointment. I don't see them. I figured, only I can. You're always going to be the same in my eyes, so being able to see dead people isn't an issue to me. Oh, he missed the mark with that one. He can't help it, he's stupid. And that's why we love him. We love Ryan because he's stupid. Ryan, we don't care about your intelligence. We love you just the way you are. Except maybe that little bit. Yeah, you need to go to therapy. Ryan, you need to go to therapy. Go get insurance and then go to therapy. If this is based in the United States, fucking get Medicaid. Ryan, go get Medicaid and then go get therapy. Medicaid will pay for therapy. Because this has turned into a situation of life or death, go get therapy. Oh, he missed the mark with that one. Thanks, it does feel weird though. I'm sure it can be distracting to always be looking at them. Wait, are these ghosts dangerous? I would have felt it, I think. Then you're good. That wasn't the point! Still not convinced. It's about getting used to it. Then I felt that sharp pain in my head pointing forward, and I quickly entered the vehicle. Turn the car around, let's take a different road. Why? Where's this coming from? Just do it, please. It was growing more and more intense. This kind of pain would have knocked me out if my seal was still there. Okay, I guess we're taking the scenic route. Checked the rearview mirror in hopes of identifying the source, but failed to give this omen a label. Then heard a snapping sound, looked up and saw the light pole slowly coming loose. Drive! I'm doing it! Scrambled to get the car running after seeing it too. Faster! People were screaming, alerting others to move away, and then, soon enough, it began falling down. That hit too close to home for me to feel safe. I mustered the courage of checking behind us as Ryan continued driving, my face paled. We barely got away. Holy shit. What were the chances of something like that happening? You told me to drive. You knew? Felt something, but I didn't expect that to happen. This was worse than I thought. I protected Ryan, but what about the others? I couldn't guarantee everyone's safety. I need to get in touch with Liam immediately. What are you doing? Texting Liam. Great. Are we still going to the Saffron stash? Yes! I'll tell him to meet me there. Ryan reached for his radio and turned it on. I'm going to need a good song after that one. Liam reassured me that he'd take care of it, but I didn't feel safe at all. Who would? When a fucking light bulb almost said sayonara. Who would feel safe if you almost got fucking... What's the word? I can't remember. If you didn't get almost smooshed. Liam reassured me that he'd take care of it, but I didn't feel safe at all. Maybe on my favorite station? There was no music, just a political campaign for the new mayor.
You should have seen our faces when the renovations began. Edward
Ryan let out a disappointed grunt and turned it off. Whatever, I'll just play from my phone. Things just keep getting worse. What now? He eyed my phone and saw my mom's name displaying on the screen. You should answer that. I don't think so. I wouldn't be able to lie and act normal. It's over, Joel. This won't ruin our day off. Oh, you're funny if you think we're spending the day with you. Yeah. I sincerely hoped Liam did have a solution. My headache slowly died down, a comforting sign that we were safe for now. At least the longer drive allowed me to process my emotions and calm down. When we arrived, I left the car first and hurried inside. I was going to warn Russell, then make my way to campus and grab Liam by his whiskers. Not really, that was just my remaining pettiness still kicking to get out. Looked around and found neither Liam nor Russell. I was anxious and annoyed, but I couldn't exactly share that with anyone. Daniel was at the counter drying cups. He'd know where Russell was at least. Good morning.
There he is. I was waiting for you, little guy.
Excuse me? I was average. Little. But compared to him, I must seem tiny. You were? Is that who I think it is? His voice suddenly filled itself with excitement, the kind he could barely contain, but I just wanted him to be normal for one more minute.
I'm Daniel, the owner of their Saffron stash, yes. You two came together, yeah?
I nodded. I'm Ryan, and we're Russell's friends. Then he leaned closer to me and lowered his voice. I love him already. Damn it, Ryan! Now my heart's broken. Girl really said, "Fuck off, Joel. This is my new best friend." Ouch! Ouch. He didn't actually say that. I love him already.
You guys know what you want.
He interrupted our secret chat.
I should give you the menu nonetheless. Maybe you could try something new now that I'm here.
He shuffled around to look for menus, and I whispered back to Ryan, "Because he's a bear? Joel, I rarely find someone bigger than me. That fact alone is enough to excite me." Oh, that'd be horrible out of context. I immediately pictured two Ryans falling on top of me, and I could practically feel my lungs giving out. That's way too intimidating for me to be gay about it. The other bear handed us a menu and waited. Thanks. I discreetly passed it over to Ryan. You're not interested? Surprised me. Now standard code for I have better things to do. Is everything alright with Russell? Daniel's smile faded. He didn't look worried, mostly bothered by something he didn't want to think about.
He said that he's not feeling well and asked me to take his morning shift.
Was he not even trying to seem fine? No shit, Daniel was worried. I see. Is he still here?
Holed up in his room. It would put me at ease if you could check on him. After all, I can't help if I don't know what the problem is.
Oh boy. That sentence sure hit close to home. When I wasn't the one who owed money to the fucking mafia. I'll see what I can do.
You're very kind. I'll show you to his room after you boys are done eating.
Hey, man, I want to try to do the Markiplier voice for a little bit. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Moonlight Castle. You're very kind. I'll show you to his room after you boys are done eating. It was a joke. You know what, Lug, that's a great idea. For that, you get a Daniel. You get a whole Daniel. Let me find a Daniel. Yay, Lug gets a Daniel. Here you go, have a Daniel. Then Ryan poked me.
Joel, look, you gotta see this.
He lowered the menu for me to see. What? Now, I told you that I'm good with anything. I was slightly annoyed as this wasn't the time to think about food. Except mushrooms. You keep those away from me. It was a terrible mouthfeel. Silly Joel. Yes, I know. Pointed at the toasts we ate the day before. Are these prices accurate? Daniel leaned forward, moving himself much closer than I expected. When the mountain bows to you...
Yes, why wouldn't they be?
I reluctantly gave in and checked the price he wanted me to see. My irritation shifted into confusion and then surprise. I remember Ryan paying twice that amount. Yeah, that's what I feared. Ryan briefly met Daniel's eyes and they shifted uncomfortably. Oh! Oh. Russell's food, totally worth the price, but still stings a little. That was the kind of thing he preached against, but then he acted the same. He was definitely going to hear me complain about this. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Daniel, you have nothing to apologize for.
I thought he had stopped doing that.
Is he in trouble now? I didn't mean to snitch. Placed my paw on his shoulder and reassured him. It was a slip-up. Besides, I would have done the same.
Well, I hope you two can forgive him for what he did. I'll talk to Russell later after my shift ends. I want to make this up to you.
You should not have said that. You should not have said that. Then he stared at the menu for a few seconds.
What about a free meal? Get you anything you want and I'll cover the tab.
Quickly protested, knowing how bad their finances were. No, wait, you really don't have to do that. Ryan looked at his paws and wiggled his fingers around. Because then... He whispered a couple of numbers to himself. He would be owing you instead.
I'm serious, so please accept my offer. In a way, I'm also punishing Russell for acting behind my back.
I had to respect his wishes. Just take it easy, okay? I reopened the secret chat and whispered to the bear once more. The restaurant isn't doing well, by the way.
I knew it!
That quickly dragged him closer to me.
Lower your voice.
Sorry, okay, just one option plus drinks. Let go of him and check the prices. That's still a big loss for him.
Damn it!
I can see from the way he's looking at me that I won't get away with a cheap option. Made our orders and I reluctantly ordered the chicken curry soup. I admittedly always wanted to try some. Russell was going to kill me, though. Mr. Daniel, right?
Please call me Dan. No need to be so formal with me.
Ryan nodded. Did you teach Russell how to cook? I could tell that this chicken soup tasted just as good as all the other meals we had so far.
That kid always wanted to learn everything his eyes would land on.
Aww.
His desire to learn inspired me to do better.
You guys are great. You gotta teach me your ways so I can help out.
Interested in the culinary arts?
Checked my phone for messages while the two continued chatting. Nothing.
Yes!
In fact, I used to work as a bartender during my last year of high school. Joel, you think my old suit still fits? Then Ryan nudged me and my head snapped back to his. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Something about your suit? Yeah, I should take it with me tomorrow. Liam didn't reply to my text, and I should have been warning the others instead of drinking soup. Quickly shot them all a vague warning and told them to get in touch with Liam. I burned my tongue! Lowered my phone and saw the bear's tongue sticking out. I didn't think you'd get the same thing as me. I smiled. You always get impatient. And yet he was still going for more. Let it cool off first! I was blowing it, isn't that enough? Dan laughed it off.
That's the biggest compliment you can give me.
I have to get through my meal first, whether I like it or not. But I did like it. Done. Looked over to Ryan in his empty bowl. Somehow, you still finished first. There isn't a dish too hot for me to tame. Proudly smiled back, but a tiny tear trailed down his face.
Yeah. You want to see Russell? I can show you to his room now.
Yes, please. I gave Ryan another look. I think it's best if I wait here. Yeah. There was a devilish smile hiding behind those words that I couldn't question right now. Okay, I'll be quick. Dan invited me to walk around and join him on the other side of the counter.
Yeah, it's not so hard to find. Just get past that flight of stairs first. Bedrooms are on the second floor.
He stopped by the only closed door at the very end. Then he gently knocked a few times.
I brought your friend over. Is that fine?
Heard a muffled response, but Daniel then twisted the door handle so the answer came through regardless. There he was, laying on his bed, face first into a pillow.
I say that you've changed.
Russell rolled around to give a more cohesive response. Couldn't exactly stay naked now that you've brought guests. I wasn't in the mood for stupid gay thoughts right now, but thank you, Brain, for trying! I walked forward, allowing Russell to actually see me. Daniel was so massive, he was hiding me from view. Big boy. Just Joel, I see. Daniel caressed his mustache.
You think the bear got a moment of shyness?
Then he gave one loud laugh. He doesn't know what that word means. Russell eyed me. Maybe this one does. I crossed my arms. He made sure to erase all of it yesterday.
I should go. Can't linger here for long. It's my time to keep our business running.
Of course, yes, we'll be fine.
Thanks, Dan.
The bear faced the door and walked out. We could hear him all the way from the kitchen below. Then, after his imposing presence faded and the shaking subsided, silence returned. An awkward kind of silence. I don't want to assault him with questions, even though I'd be totally within my rights to do so. His expression changed as his eyes traveled to the floor beneath my feet. It's, a nice room you've got. Gave it a quick look when I first got here. Could now see there was a vinyl recorder sitting by his desk. I wasn't a music expert, and my tastes usually followed whatever singer was trending at the moment. Keiko? Mr. Developer? Is Joel a Swiftie? Is he a Swiftie? Picked up the record and looked at it. Jazz? That should have been easy to guess in hindsight. You like that? Can't say I don't listen to it. Maybe if we've got nothing to do. They look expensive. They were in great condition too. I've considered selling them many times, but they're gifts Daniel gave me over the years. He looked away. I couldn't bring myself to do that. He obviously didn't look sick. What were you actually doing up here? He was already dressed in. Unless he could see the future, there wasn't enough time for him to change before I got up here. You don't believe me? Next time I'll stay naked. I didn't even entertain the thought. I don't want to hear anything about trust, even as a joke. His soul stirred, giving a genuine response that ruined his stoic mannerisms. Do I have to ask again? He gave me a look, and I wonder if he had activated his talent. I called my insurance company to check if I could get my money back. Spent most of my morning doing research. One right thing done, a lot more to go. And what do they say? I can get like half of what I gave them. He sighed. That's not enough. I need to return the whole summer. They'll keep pestering me. And even if I do, the restaurant will go bankrupt at this pace. I crossed my arms. Daniel deserves to know you can't keep him in the dark. That would make him sell the place to clear my debt. Well, that is one solution, I guess. Consider it your last resort. I can't do this to him. Then what's your plan? Because inflating prices isn't the answer. He froze, quickly realizing the implications of what I had just said. I can explain. You really thought scamming Ryan would save your restaurant from closing? Okay, Russell, shut the fuck up. Add that to the counter. That is one whole shut the fuck up for Russell. We are going to keep count of this. You really thought scamming Ryan would save your restaurant from closing? Are you insane? Took a deep breath and pinched the bridge of my nose. Sorry. I said I wouldn't jump you, but you're making this really hard. I'll give it back. You're wasting your time. Daniel already offered us free lunch, and besides, Ryan wouldn't let you. I'm sorry. I felt cornered. I didn't know what else to do. Let's just say we started things off on the wrong foot. I'm willing to close both of my eyes and forget yesterday even happened. I extended my paw forward. Can we try again? He looked at it, then back up to me. Why? Russell genuinely couldn't understand. There's nothing here for you to gain. So I should just watch while you and your father become homeless? I still consider you a friend, and watching you leave would make me sad. I thrust my arm forward again, reminding him that it was still there, waiting. With that in mind, I can offer a little help if you're willing to listen. He reluctantly reached for my paw and held it in his. I doubt you've got the resources to make a difference. And yet he was willing to try. You're too stuck on finding the cash. There are other things we can try that could lead to earning money. I mean, OnlyFans is a thing that exists. There we go! That's a great way for Russell. That's a great way for Russell. Just start an OnlyFans. Just start an OnlyFans. He let go of my paw. It's supposed to be my responsibility. I don't want you to solve it for me. I pointed at the door. We should go. I need to check on the others, make sure everyone's doing okay. Did something happen? Ryan's waiting. I'll fill you both in. Yeah, that reminds me. Russell reached for a tiny box underneath his bed. What's that? I had a strange feeling now that he placed it right in front of me. Something Liam left for us three. I rolled my eyes. And we couldn't have started with that? Forget it. Dan was at the counter reading a newspaper and sipping coffee. Russell stopped by to pick up his apron and I sat down. Did Ryan leave?
He's in the bathroom.
The bear glanced at the bowl, then reached for his cup again.
Feeling any better?
Yeah, sorry for worrying you.
Need a longer break.
I'm fine.
You should go and take a walk outside, maybe on campus. Friends are heading there later. Join them.
Dan? I said I'm fine. This morning you mentioned going out for groceries, but you couldn't because of me.
I was planning to take the day off.
We can't afford that.
I wanted to cook us something special now, and I had no time to waste in these desolate lands.
He faced me.
Would you like to join us? Feel free to share my invitation with your friends, too.
What are you planning?
A farewell party to this place. You should know by now that it's not going to last any longer.
My eyes widened. No, stop saying that! Can you give us a bit more time? We still want to try to turn things around.
Did he rope you into this?
It was my decision. Dan, please. He stared up at us and closed his newspaper.
I plan to meet with an estate agent to see how much I can get by selling this whole thing.
Then he sighed.
I can delay it, I guess. But you kids need to stop stressing over this. Not every good thing gets to survive.
This is my home, Daniel. I don't want to lose it. I will fight for it. Russell? You owe money to the fucking mafia! There is no fixing this! Ugh! My God, Russell, for once in your life, shut the fuck up and actually listen!
Yeah!
The soup is soggy and has rats in it. There's rats in the soup.
Ugh!
My God, Russell, I just want to grab your horns and pull.
Ugh! Fine, if that's what you want, I ain't gonna stop you. In fact, it makes me happy to hear you say that.
The bear walked away from the counter and headed back inside. God, Russell pisses me off.
I'm going out for groceries.
I'll take over then. Then Daniel popped back in and pointed at Russell.
We're still gonna have that dinner.
I'm fine with that. His features softened up and he happily retreated inside.
Good. Say hi to the boys for me.
I smiled. He was a bit too far away for me to say anything back, but I assumed he'd know what I wanted to say. So, while we wait for Ryan to return, I already know everything. Oh. I readied the hat. And what did you see exactly? Your thoughts mentioned Nia a lot. And the pole. What pole? There's a pole? I lowered my shield. Not as problematic as I expected it to be. I mean, yeah, you're right. Thankfully, you're on my side. I can't imagine how awkward this conversation would have been otherwise. Not my first rodeo. I usually don't care. Besides, I've listened to enough of your thoughts to determine you're good.
I hated that.
That doesn't make me feel as good as you think it does. Russell cleared his throat. They're going to tell Ryan? The bare minimum. I tapped the counter as the bear's absence became more and more noticeable. Is it just me or is Ryan taking his time in there? Don't go, he should be here soon. I squinted at him. You know something, that's why you're telling me to mind my own business. Turned away from me. He promised me not to tell you. Please give him the opportunity to do so. Fine, but only because I'm tired. Then I heard footsteps behind me and Ryan returned to his seat. Sorry, I'm back now. I didn't make you guys wait too long, did I? I was this close to checking on you. A man can't even go for a number 2 without worrying somebody. Quickly exchanged a greeting with Russell. So, anything I should know? I did say I would let this go for now. Liam left this box for you. I wasn't fully aware of what the Lynx had in mind, but I could feel a warm energy coming from it. I love gifts! The last time Liam gave me something like this, a fake spider came out instead. This one shouldn't be a prank. I'll do the honors. Papers of different shapes and sizes were sitting at the bottom. Oh, I don't get it. I grabbed one out of curiosity and experienced a sense of relief. They were interacting with my soul, granting it a wave of pleasure similar to a massage. According to Liam, these are protective charms to fend off evil. We assumed you also needed it, but that does not seem to be the case. Yeah. Looked at Ryan's confused face as he browsed through the pile. So, what do I do with these exactly? Just keep them with you at all times. They're so warm! They'll run out on dare, so make sure to come by when they do to get another set. It's sort of weird that you guys are ready for this, like you expected it. What, was I the only one thinking about it? No, that's... The castle cursed us. We all felt it in the morning. Quite the change for you, huh? Everyone makes mistakes. Just a couple, not a big deal. So, wait, the castle is causing this? Innocent people could have died because of me! But they didn't! And now these charms will keep you safe. It's a temporary solution. They won't hide you forever. They camouflage your soul? Something like that, yes. You know, having to hold on to these forever isn't ideal. How do we get rid of the curse? Couldn't get away from this anymore. We'll have to go back. You're joking, right? The bear's soul sought confirmation from Russell, but the bull didn't say anything. Come on, tell me that there's another way. You guys got these amazing powers, yet nothing will work? Can't you just dispel this like wizards do in games? I'm sorry. Felt awful. He didn't sign up for this, and I couldn't provide a real solution. I wasn't blaming you guys. We're having another meeting tonight. Is Liam planning to take us back? I can't say. But I'm confident about tonight just being a strategy meeting. Let's stay positive. I'm sure everything will be fine. I wanted to, but discussing the castle carried a strange and oppressive feeling with it. In fact, I think this is the best time for me to give you some great news. Russell's eyes widened and that scared me. Hey, stop! I'm supposed to say it, not you. What a mess. Joel's still in the dark over here. I've been hired, that's the news. I didn't fully understand the meaning of that until Russell facepalmed. Oh, that's why he wanted to stay behind. That self-satisfied smirk now was making sense. I'm going to do my part in making sure the Saffron stash survives this. He was beaming with pride, and I struggled to not ruin that for him. He doesn't have a staffing problem, though. If there are no clients to look after, your work is useless. I mean, I know that. I was actually hoping you guys would solve the biggest issue for me. You think I haven't tried? Yeah, there's a sign outside, but not many people walk down this road. I can't leave the place unattended, you know that. That's true. You'd have to stay here and do the cooking. I could sit in the main street and advertise, but I could tell you also wanted to stay here. I still have my old uniform and I really, really want to wear it again. Was this all just a big excuse to wear something fancy? Does it even fit anymore? I snorted. That's super rude, of course it does. We could ask the others to lend us a hand. Joel, I don't like what you're thinking. I'm not comfortable with that. Did Ryan really bother you that much? Yes. Guys, I won't get to hear it if you do it like that. I said that we should get everyone else to help. Absolutely not. So you want Daniel to help instead? Even worse. You have to make a choice. Time's ticking. We stared at each other, but he was still the same old stubborn bull. You don't have to say it to everyone, alright? Fine. Let's meet in the middle. I give him a begging look, summoning the best sad puppy energy I could muster. I'm not fully on board with this. Can it just be between you two? You already know everything. It almost broke my heart that he didn't acknowledge it at all. As painful as it is to admit. I just don't know what else I could be doing to help besides playing waiter. Technically, there were at least 2 more people who knew about his situation. Russell glared at me in response. Sorry, but you don't have laser eyes. Are we asking Liam or Blake? Who's less of a bitch, Liam or Blake? Blake. I think asking Blake for advice is your safest bet. Russell continued to stare in silence. He was here yesterday, remember? More irritating silence. That means you don't need to explain your situation, because he knows! A huff followed suit. Blake is really smart. I'm sure he can get you out of this mess. And he's got connections. I see. You're not really thinking about Blake himself. You're thinking about the bigger fish he can use. The way you phrase things is awful. I'm going to ask for a favor, you know, as friends do. I placed the phone on the counter and in the middle of us 3. That reminds me, can you hear thoughts through the phone? No, I need to be near the target. You're almost too perfect. Oh, he's no way. I stopped that thought from fully coming out and smiled at Russell. Just do it. The phone rang a few times, but Blake was quick to pick it up. Hello, Blake speaking. Hi, Blake. Are you free to talk right now? Yeah, I'm just holding the fort until Clyde gets back. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, you see that you're not alone. We're at the Saffron stash. Russell is also here. The bull gave us a grunt loud enough for the wolf to hear. I take it that you won't be coming to campus today? Maybe. Did Liam give you the charm already? The piece of paper that protects you from evil? He laughed right after saying it. Yes, he yelled at me to pocket it, so I did to shut him up. I don't really want to argue about stupid things if I can avoid it. What's the shape on yours? Ryan! Sorry, I guess you can tell me that later. You got something to ask. Yeah, I can hear you growing impatient. And that was my second hat summon of the day. It's Russell. Okay, you remember what happened yesterday? No, wait, don't tell me. I want to guess. We shouldn't be asking him for money just because he knows. Silly. That's not why I called him. Oh, I thought, Clyde? I sincerely hope you wouldn't make the same connection. I could understand Russell, but not him. The bull cleared his throat and I squinted my eyes at him. So you want me to make the restaurant more popular to increase its profits? Hold the fuck up. Is that a bug right there? It fucking paused. It just paused. Blake, we love you. Thank you, Blake, for being the only one who understands me. I mean, he just catched on quickly. I rubbed Ryan's back. I'm sure you'll look good in a suit. Can't wait to see it. That did the trick. Yes! Suit time! He hummed his response as if he had prepared his own soundtrack for it. Is Russell still being extremely stubborn about letting us help? No. Yes! I can devise some strategies for you, but I need someone confident enough to put them in action. I immediately reached for my hat again. I am the worst person for that. Ryan toyed with his fingers instead. I could, but... He lacked consistency. He wasn't extroverted enough for the task. Ask Patrice, then. You don't have to tell him anything else. The only choice. I like people who don't ask questions. Sorry for troubling you, Russell. I forgive you. I will strangle you! They're calling me again. What a pain. I'll see you guys later. We all exchanged a few goodbyes and I pocketed my phone. Stop looking at me like that. I'm conflicted. You want the restaurant to survive, yeah? Then make the small sacrifice. I'm trying. We're done here, right? Yeah, technically. You got any plans? I didn't have any until now. I gotta clear some things before I commit to this whole waiter thing. So I'm thinking of doing it all today. That way I can give you guys my 200% tomorrow. I see. I will be back tonight, though. Promise. Yeah, you better. I smiled, watched him leave, and waited until he was completely out of sight. Then my fake courtesy dropped. How much of what he just said to me was true? Russell thought about it. Half. Huh, that's half more than I expected. I sulked, bothered by Ryan's lack of communication. Is there something wrong with me? No? Then why can't he be honest with me? I buried my face into the hat. Only to immediately take it off. Don't me? I also want to read your thoughts now. Leaned forward and pointed at him. You are much better off not knowing. But if you want him to be honest, then you should take the first step. My confidence faltered and I subconsciously pointed at myself. Be the example he wants to follow. I gave my own finger a sour look and put it away. I don't get it. Are you saying I'm not honest? He smiled back. Who is? I scratched the back of my head. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just, is it possible to always tell the truth? Sometimes a white lie goes a long way over being honest. I don't think my answer will satisfy you. You've always been listening to the truth. Doesn't it bother you? It can get overwhelming at times, especially when I was much younger and inexperienced. He took a deep breath. There's so much noise. It seemed hard for him to put that into words. People who look beautiful on the outside yet ugly within. I struggled for a long time to distinguish the two, but the line blurs. Who can you really trust? Isn't trust a form of faith? But I can't do that because I can see the truth. And the truth hurts. Makes you want to run away from it. But then why are you asking me to tell the truth? He massaged his temples. I can hear your outer and inner voice, and when they're not in agreement, it gives me sensory overload. I felt guilty. My thoughts were exactly like that, super conflicting. This is my selfish answer. I believe the truth will eventually come out. And the longer you chase a lie, the worse your punishment is going to be. I gulped. You haven't gone too deep yet. Think carefully about your future. Okay, Garnet. It's not nice of you to say that when you're doing the same thing. Russell reached for my chin and gently forced me to stare back at him. There's fear in your eyes. I was sweating, growing uneasy while he seemed unfazed by it. But I'm not afraid. Then he let me go. How much did you hear? I could still feel his thumb pressing on my face. I repeated what he did, placing my paw exactly where his was before. No, actually don't tell me that, I changed my mind. I awkwardly laughed it off. But yeah, you nailed it. That stern look eventually cracked and softened. Fear is important. It's meant to keep people safe, but too much of a good thing can become negative. I could use some of that myself. I don't know, I think I'd like the opposite. My issue isn't bravery, it's recklessness. I think I have enough for the both of us then. You might want to keep it in for now. And yet there I was, ready to share it all with him. Why? His eyes moved left to right, trailing something behind me. Jumped to the side. Hurry! He extended his hand forward and I just stared in confusion. Just like that? I reluctantly did as he asked and climbed across. Then he pointed downward. Do you see that empty space underneath my counter? Place yourself there. I did, but I am so confused right now. Crawled in that small space, feeling like he was hiding me away. Hey, don't push! I can barely fit in here! I could look at the tables without being seen through a tiny gap between the planks. It'll be fine. When I was a child, I used to play there while Daniel worked. Then I heard the doors opening. Now stop talking, you're not here. Was it happening again? We were supposed to wait longer. Multiple footsteps, one faster than the other, as the first voice chased after the other. The bears left. I saw them leaving. He's alone! Second voice stopped and angrily grunted a response. It was deep, rough, and aggressive. And I'm telling you that he's not. 3 people. 3! The other was much smoother and soothing. One that invoked security. Then where the fuck is the third one? He's not here, but I swear I saw another guy. Heard shuffling, then more footsteps. Immediately held my breath in response. This was the guy. It's time to pay up, motherfucker. Walked closer, and upon inspection, I noticed he was carrying a big guitar case. My blood ran cold when I understood what that really was. You barge into my restaurant demanding that I pay you. Russell didn't flinch and chose to taunt him instead.
That's not how
it works. Stop doing that!
I'm done playing games, Russell.
The blue shark winded up his arm only for the other to step in and hold him in place. Hey, Dino. Let's take a deep breath, okay? Oh, I get it. Loan sharks. Because the term loan shark and they're sharks. Hey, Dino, let's take a deep breath, okay? They locked eyes for a moment, or you might regret that later. And he gave up.
We're not making any progress.
He scoffed and sat down.
It's only fair I get to try now.
The other shark smiled. That's because poor Russell doesn't know that he should listen to me. He gave Russell an empathetic look, but he came across as a shady car salesman. Otherwise, my big brother Dino becomes impatient. Dino grabbed his brother and shoved him to the right.
Shut your trap, Dino. It's time you moved out of the way.
Can you give your brother one more chance to set things right?
Get to it.
He glared at the bull and slowly backed off. I don't know what to do. Russell wanted me to watch, but I should call for help and feel the bull's foot poking me immediately. I knew what that meant. As you can see, my brother's not in the mood today. Me neither. It's best if you just leave. Russell, you know I can't do that. You're so cute and silly. It's hilarious because I have gummy sharks on my desk. You came to us and asked for money to keep your business afloat, but that money's not free. I remember the part where the debt becomes impossible to repay. Hey, if your business had bloomed just as you expected, a small rate on top wouldn't have been an issue at all. Your small rate is now as big as the amount of cash I borrowed the first time. Fuck! The interest doubled how much he owed them? And whose fault is that? It's been months. We've been extremely patient with you. Your investment might not be working, but ours always will. Is that so? A table hit the floor and the shattering sound of glass followed suit. What the fuck are you doing? The bigger shark didn't reply and only offered a malicious grin in return. Dino, you're such a clumsy boy. I need you to be a little more cooperative. We don't want to further damage this place. How kind of you. Dino walked up to another table. Oh, damn it. Do you seriously think this is going to get you my money? Well, is it working? I don't have it anymore. More breaking. For fuck's sake, Dino! I wasn't joking when I said that Dino can do worse if you don't listen to me. I need more time. You were given plenty. I can't just take your words at face value anymore. I'm getting a little thirsty with all this talking. Can you recommend a good wine for me? Russell grunted. And it better be an expensive one. Maybe then you'll keep a table from falling over. The bull turned his back and stared at the collection displayed on his wall. Noticed his hesitation, but I couldn't tell what was going through his mind. There you go. Thank you so much. Russell reluctantly poured him a cup and watched the shark examine it. Tino swirled the cup around in his hands, watching as the liquid danced inside. You have a good eye. The shark covered his nose above and inhaled. Or maybe you assumed I couldn't be fooled. And then took a single sip. It's nice, but not your best. Would have been a waste indeed if you were to choose a wine on the bottom left. Barely out of use, only the real experts will notice. But it's kept away from drunkards who only wish to chug. I picked what I thought would satisfy you. And satisfy me it did. Raised the cup and prepared himself for another sip, only to tip it over and spill the contents on the counter. The wine ended up on me through the gaps. I think it's time for you to leave. What? But we barely started! I did promise Dino to let him have his turn later, and I can't take back my words. You can try all you want. I can't give you something I don't have. Dino? I'm trying to focus here. We can't leave empty-handed either. You'll get us in trouble. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Nah, you should focus that energy on yourself first. After all, you put us in this position. This isn't working, Russell! They were destroying the restaurant, trying to scare you off into submission. What are you looking at?
He's just freaking out.
For a moment, I felt like he was looking somewhere else. Shit! My thoughts were distracting him. It was this. The bull placed his phone on the counter.
This motherfucker wanted to call the police!
The bigger shark immediately attempted to grab Russell, only for Tino to stop him again. Don't be so hasty. Why would you do that now? He mused, staring at Russell and the phone he gave them. No, he wouldn't. He's a little shit.
I smell something else going on.
I saw a pop about an upcoming movie, nothing special. Shark squinted, doubtful of that statement.
In this situation, you'd pay attention to that?
Russell shrugged. Call it muscle memory. The screen turned on, I saw it, and I instinctively tried getting rid of it. Tyno grinned as he pointed at the phone.
Then you wouldn't mind if I were to unlock it and see for myself.
What the hell are you doing, Tyno?
Making sure we're still in control, Dino. Bear with me.
The shark scoffed and seated himself next to me.
You're wasting time. I'm taking over after this.
I was freaking out at this point, worried to have outed him.
Sure.
Russell, you're shit at lying! Grabbed the phone, stopped, and showed it to Russell.
I need the password, if you please.
The bull stared at him before giving in to his demands.
Thank you.
Tyno grinned, eager to discover what he was hiding.
He didn't have enough time to clear his tracks. If Russell did something, I will see it all.
Sure you will.
Dino sounded skeptical, and his stifled laughter was mocking his brother.
Any big revelations?
A Crocodile Man movie poster for an upcoming movie.
The bigger shark failed to restrain himself and laughed as loud as he possibly could.
I'm embarrassed on your behalf, Tyno.
No, but...
Something still bothered him, and his brother wasn't helping the shark see the bigger picture. I'd like my phone back, if you please. Russell reached out, demanding it.
This doesn't make any sense.
Tyno begrudgingly handed the phone over.
This isn't a coincidence, I'm telling you!
I could tell he meant it.
Somehow this ugly thing is hiding something. Maybe a code.
That alerted me to what was really going on.
To who? Have you lost your mind?
It was for me. Russell wanted to tell me something.
I'm supposed to stay mad and aggressive at our friend, but you're making me hysterical.
The shark continued to make fun of his brother. Was that for me? Russell tapped my back.
You know what? Fuck off.
I did know Crocodile Man, but he was just a fictional character here that... Oh. He was asking for help.
We're finally getting out of the way.
Russell, I'm asking you one last time. You need to pay up.
I'll just think of some names and wait for Russell to kick me when I say the one he needs. Ask my phone about it. Dino snorted and Tyno threw his hands in the air and backed off.
Alright, Dino, I apologize. I should have let you do this from the start.
Out of Ryan, Patrice, Liam, Dylan... Alright, I was overthinking it. Quickly texted Dylan, hoping that this was the one time he wouldn't ignore the message.
God, now you want me to do it?
He held his jaw.
Still smiling and shit.
Fuck? Hold up. Tyno mimicked his brother with his left hand.
Blah, 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 real funny.
Then he stared at the leftover puddle on the counter.
Kinda regretting not drinking the whole cup.
Can't blame you when you go off and start acting.
I'm not reading that.
I wasn't. Whatever, I won't even bother. You're just a wall of meat.
Dino turned around to grab his case and I grew anxious.
Let me show you how a real man does it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be a bitch and whine, at least shut the fuck up. There's one thing Tyno didn't tell you, bitch.
He opened the case and revealed a shotgun.
You can make a lot more than what you owe us if we take you back to the dumps.
Felt Russell's soul reacting for the first time. He raised his weapon and aimed it at the bull's face.
He is not joking, Russell.
Couldn't believe the nerve Russell had to be capable of holding his ground.
Do you know how the dumps get away with murder?
I gulped. That place must have been extremely violent.
By eating the evidence.
Cannibalism was still a thing here? Is that why I'm alive? Because you value your food more than money?
Food is money, didn't I tell you?
He licked his lips. That was a look someone would give to a cut of meat.
And I wouldn't mind paying for a slice myself.
Russell leaned forward, Dino's gun now touching his forehead. Then go ahead. Shoot me. He growled back, tightening the grip on the trigger.
Don't fucking test me, I'll blow your brains out. As long as the rest isn't damaged.
He felt his brother's hands touch his shoulder.
Dino.
What?
We can't do that here.
Shook Tyno off and readied himself again.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do. It's my turn now. I can hear your stupid fucking voice from all the way across the street.
Tyno didn't hesitate to climb over the counter. He looked right at me.
See, I knew I wasn't crazy.
I gave him an awkward laugh.
You might want to take cover.
Russell's eyes widened as he dropped to the floor with us.
What are you doing here?
Immediately turned his gun around and aimed it at the crocodile. Dylan grinned.
I followed the smell here and discovered some shit. Dylan!
The deafening noise of gunfire filled my ears and it was terribly painful. I was terrified that Dino had killed Dylan. It's impossible to live through that kind of gunshot up close. But he was there, still standing and holding 2 knives in his hands. They were saying something, but I couldn't hear yet. Dino threw his shotgun to the floor and charged him. Dylan grinned in response and attempted to slice him up, but the shark grabbed both knives from the sharp end. His grip was so hard, blood began to pour from his hands, yet he didn't seem to care. Their excitement was spreading across the room as they shot murderous looks at each other. Dylan suddenly backed off, throwing more words that supposedly angered the shark. Ran at the crocodile again. Then, to make up for the lack of weapons, the shark turned any item in his vicinity into one.
Restaurant.
Russell's voice felt distant, distorted, but I could tell that my hearing was coming back.
Don't blame this on me. You were supposed to get intimidated like normal people do.
I literally cannot do that when I know your real intentions. I massaged my temples, hoping to speed up my natural recovery. God, my head! Smaller shark watched me with curiosity.
Hey there, need a hand crawling out of that?
My body felt incredibly stiff.
When those two start fighting, good luck getting them to stop.
He slowly peeked out from the corner. Are they having fun? I was terrified but curious, so I did too. Dino just shot him point blank. The shark chuckled.
Not the first time.
Our eyes traveled from left to right following their fight. No way that's true.
Reptilians have good armor. Their scales can take a bullet or two.
I remember that just before the shot, Dylan turned his back on Dino. What's your relationship with him?
I could ask the same to you.
Shouldn't you stop them? They're going to destroy everything!
You wouldn't walk into a building that's on fire, would you?
He was the one who set it on fire!
They just need to get it out of their system first.
Russell's soul was growing more and more visible. Too much noise, I can't focus. I could see it flailing around him.
Listen, things change, so I'm willing to cut you a deal.
Then it froze.
I'll take you with me to the dump, say. What do you think?
The bull scoffed. Absurd. But the shark continued his pitch, ignoring Russell's negative feedback.
We could take a little tour of the place, then meet our boss.
So you can harvest my organs. Covered his face in shame.
God, sorry. Dino can't keep his mouth shut.
He wasn't arguing against it either.
Might not be much, but you have my word that nothing will happen to you.
The two traded a long stare. Russell was making sure he was telling the truth.
As long as you include Purple Boy over there.
He pointed at me and my brain genuinely slowed down for a few seconds.
What? I don't know, call it a gut feeling. Something about you got my attention and I want our boss to see it for himself.
Russell shielded me and stood between us.
No. Come on, don't be like that. You literally made a mess of my restaurant. Nothing that a good scrub can't solve.
He winked, but Russell didn't react.
Fine. Okay, if you two come, I'll delete all the interest you've accumulated and only demand the initial amount.
Russell stayed quiet.
Come on, that's the best deal you can possibly get.
He nudged him, but that wasn't enough to get the bull to agree. Yeah, okay, we'll take your offer. Are you stupid?
Is he lying?
I folded my arms.
I can tell from your silence.
Russell sighed and pointed at the two violent creatures still fighting in the background. Dino, get them to stop. The shark ran both hands across his head and climbed on top of the counter.
Alright, I'll run my charm and get this chaos under control.
Tell me he doesn't seriously believe he can do that? Russell waited, likely probing his thoughts some more. He does. Overly confident people are such a turn-off. He smiled. I know a few who are like that. Exceptions can be made! I ignored what he was saying and focused my gaze on the crazy trio instead.
Enough fighting.
Waited for them to split and chimed in before they could resume.
You have 1 second to step aside before I crush you.
He gave an exhausted response, and his threats weren't as loud as before. Dylan was masking it better, but I noticed he was taking deeper breaths as well.
Don't make me offend your own brother.
The shark laughed.
You've gotten much weaker since last time. Get your shit together.
He spat on the floor next to Dylan's feet.
A shotgun in my face and I get the goddamn criticism.
The crocodile grumbled back as he returned his knives into hiding. Tino walked closer to him, tapped at his shoulder, and whispered something to him.
No.
Shame.
He waved to his brother. We're leaving. The shark froze, caught off guard by the seriousness in his brother's voice.
Did your brain stop working or what? We can't go back.
Tino sighed.
Just do as I say for once.
Dino walked toward the shotgun he had dropped before.
I'll blame you.
He returned it to his case and closed it. You already do that anyway.
And you'll buy me dinner at Lisa's tonight.
And placed it on his back.
How lucky of me.
Dino laughed. But he did leave the restaurant at least.
I hate that. I hate that look of yours.
Am I the evil one for going after my own agenda? Don't we all do that?
Stay on your turf.
Tino walked past the crocodile.
I plan to do exactly that.
Stopped right before the entrance and turned back in Russell's direction.
Tomorrow you'll get all the info you need. Wait for it.
And so he left, making Dylan the last one standing. Nonchalantly switched his tail among the destruction they had caused. Daniel can't see any of this. Quickly rushed over to Dylan's side and began cleaning. When is he coming back? I don't know. All I need right now is for the restaurant to not look like a war zone. Watched him move every table out of the way as he checked for damages. Tell me what to do. Start gathering the biggest shards you see and put it in one place.
Russell.
Not now. I need to focus.
You need to focus on me, for fuck's sake!
If you want to know so badly, then help us clean.
No.
It's fine. At least you got us out of trouble.
Tino did. I need to know why.
I told Dylan what happened while he was fighting.
No shit, he really said that?
His eyes widened. Clearly, he understood what Tino said to Russell. I don't get it. Waited for Dylan to explain, but he didn't. Also, what are the dumps? Sounded like a city. He laughed in response. Somehow I felt offended.
That's a shithole I call home.
Is it really that bad? I could tell his bad-mouthing was out of habit. There wasn't real hatred in it.
Get your own opinion.
He didn't want to tell me anything, but I needed something to cling to. I'm a bit anxious.
You're not an idiot, then.
Thanks?
Tino gave you his word to just stay out of trouble.
Russell returned with a cart full of cleaning supplies. How? We're visiting trouble itself.
Trouble only comes to those who call for it.
Then he grinned again.
Badass line.
Reading so many books was influencing his speech a little. Does it count when you're praising yourself?
You say it then, nerd!
Russell grabbed a bottle of detergent and passed it over to the crocodile. If you really want to be appreciated, take that mop and get rid of the stains you made. Russell angrily stared at it.
Pain in the ass, I swear to God!
He huffed a few complaints but did as he was told. Are those sharks your friends?
Hell no. But they're family.
Oh? It seems that everyone in the dumps is a big family. Blood ties don't matter to them as much.
You're a stupid talent for cowards. You called me a traitor, but they betrayed me first.
I'm sorry.
Get a grip, you're the one who needs help, not me.
Do you know why Tino wanted me to come as well?
You're a witness.
That's it? I could tell by the way he was staring at me that something else was going on. Then I noticed the same expression on Russell. I don't think I can properly explain. I'll directly quote Tino instead. He was thinking something like, that motherfucker changed his mind and procreated. I can't fucking believe this. Dylan, what is he talking about?
I don't know. Only know that our leader is a medium, so his talent might be involved.
You've never met him?
My father did. I was a bratty teenager who was better off staying away from them.
Not that Dylan had changed much since then. I think if you want answers, we'll have to go meet him ourselves. The doors opened. Liam walked in, acting all nonchalant as he scouted the place.
Damn! What a mess!
Then he hopped around, dodging the debris we hadn't cleaned up yet.
I can give you a point or two free of charge.
As if you know anything.
I was about to explain why the shark said that, but yeah, you're right. I don't know anything clearly.
You're just like running your mouth.
But how? You literally just arrived. Liam walked up to Dylan, unbuttoned the crocodile's chest pocket, and revealed his phone.
If you touch me one more time.
You're so dramatic. I promise not every man here wants to sexually harass you.
He ended the ongoing call and gave his own foe a dreamy sigh.
Besides, this baby right here is my type.
Then he gently stroked the case and purred.
Technology. I'd marry you if I could.
You won't survive the night at this pace.
And I didn't have a valid reason to stop him either. Good, more help. Russell passed him his mop. Liam was forced to grab it or hit him in the face.
No, wait, I'm not your cleaning lady!
Dylan cracked his knuckles as he towered behind him.
If I have to do this shit, so do you.
Seriously, I don't even take care of my own room!
Russell turned his head the opposite way. Too much information.
Don't you dare share that!
Then keep scrubbing the floor for me.
Why can't I ever predict these major inconveniences?
This wasn't anywhere close to being major.
I thought I'd teach you about medium stuff tomorrow, but you can have a tiny preview tonight.
So what the shark said is related to that.
Let me run my speech first before you make an obvious question I'm forced to answer. That's usually how it goes.
He's going to tell you how someone becomes a medium.
Hey, don't ruin the flow!
I'm too sober for this shit.
I'll get you a drink as soon as we're done here. Oh.
Okay, but pay attention to me first.
Hey, Liam, I have a question for you. Did you wash your ass today?
Becoming a medium is never an accident. It doesn't just randomly happen. It's in our blood, so it comes from our parents.
Wait, but that would mean...
Yes, you're correct. The shark has met either your mom or your dad.
Is that even possible? How old is he?
30? I don't fucking know.
He'd be very upset to hear you say that.
I literally can't give a shit.
Mom wouldn't hide that from me, though. It can't possibly be her.
Then it's your dad. And I'm pretty sure it is.
You're too confident. There's something you're not telling me.
This also involves Clyde, and I want to have you both of you in the room before I spell. Besides, it's not that much anyway. You should know more about your dad than me.
Yeah. I gave him an awkward laugh in response and focused on cleaning. Whenever my gaze met Russell's, I'd immediately turn away and channel my thoughts on something else. I was hoping to get away from his talent, at least for tonight. I spent the remaining time trying to make the Saffron stash look normal again. Daniel returned at some point, but Russell did his best to keep him away from the restaurant.
I'm not built for this.
You did some good work, though. I'm impressed.
Your words won't charm me, Magic Man.
This was nothing.
Yeah, of course, a big, strong, muscular reptile tells me that.
He proudly pointed at himself.
Hello, I'm all skin and bones.
I rolled my eyes. No, you're not.
I'm trying to sound pathetic here.
An insane confidence that matched another insane sentence.
You are.
I snorted, but for different reasons. My gaze wandered over to Russell. I noticed that ever since Russell returned from his talk with Daniel, his soul was behaving differently. Looked exactly the same, yet something didn't feel right to me. Is Daniel still planning to have that dinner? I suggested he postpone to give me enough time to fix everything else.
Just make sure you guys let me in on it. I'd love to eat something else besides instant ramen.
There are plenty of easy recipes you could make at home.
And I tried asking Dylan to make me something, but he turned me down.
Keep drinking from your cheap cups.
I thought about it. Drinking? I heard you're supposed to toss the water out, not drink it. Nudged the bowl for advice. I don't know, I don't buy cheap prepackaged food.
It's whatever, I do like the soupy taste.
I was still worried about Russell, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I'm fine, Joel. Awkward. My head hurts. I've been listening to everyone's thoughts for too long. Rested his head into the palm of his hand. I need a break. That means you've listened to Daniel's too, right? His soul fluctuated. Yes, I need to make sure he fully believed me. Of course. And you didn't notice anything else? It's getting late and I can't stay focused any longer. I took a deep breath. Magic Man! I guess you're right. He wasn't obligated to share everything with me. Maybe Daniel had other things to do, besides grocery shopping. He did take longer than I expected. But I'm sure he hasn't met with that real estate agent yet, at least. I see. Did Blake text you back? I haven't checked, I'll do that now. I unlocked my phone and scrolled through my unread messages. He did! He's going to show me tomorrow once the pictures are done. Pictures? Russell leaned in to see the text for himself. I don't know, that's what he says. I'm going to set things straight. We will, together. The doors opened again. Good evening, everyone! We all offered a vague acknowledgement of his presence. Did something happen? I swear, it always does when I'm not around.
This goddamn place reeks of fish.
Watched as Ryan's gaze go down, and I hated myself for understanding exactly what he was thinking about. Not that! I'm just gonna go to the bathroom quickly, don't mind me.
I know that you two have got your head somewhere else right now, but we gotta discuss the castle. That is still a problem, so I hope you didn't forget.
For a moment, yeah, I did. I could still tell everyone was cursed, but the charms Liam spread around were working, so I stopped noticing.
Russell was right on the money.
Liam moved closer and studied me from top to bottom.
You're the only one who hasn't been cursed.
Do you know why?
I don't have the whole picture yet. But I can't say with confidence that the curse is interested in you.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment, really.
You already know this.
Are you referring to the requirements you mentioned a few days ago?
No, these are two completely different things. A curse tends to avoid mediums if they can, which is why I needed a bait. Sorry about that. But the curse seemed to treat Joel differently from us, and he's a medium too.
The castle wants you alive, that's the short of it.
To the point of allowing you a rewind.
Oh, you've noticed?
I wasn't sure, but this morning it all came back to me. You gave them your seal, and the night repeated itself.
Don't ask me how or why.
But you do know what caused it.
That was the one thing I'd rather not say. His death.
Interesting.
I thought the curse wants to kill people. I don't understand.
You gotta let go of the small fish to catch a bigger one.
Me? And why would the seal matter?
The curse feeds on souls, and killing it is just one way of harvesting it.
My seal was in the way then.
They gain more from letting you produce soul instead of outright killing you.
They see us as livestock.
Basically. And when the curse believes you're not useful anymore, death!
Now I'm starting to understand. Emotions are deeply rooted into the soul.
That's right, by fucking with your mind, they get stronger.
I see. This method ensures a bigger quantity, but what about quality?
The law of consent.
The what now? I was hoping we weren't thinking of the same thing.
When both parties agree on something, though, the end result is way better.
Doing something against your will creates a bad product. And forcing it creates garbage.
Correct. This reflects on our souls as well, which is why they take it slow, wearing you down until you're incapable of fighting back. It's a form of torture.
It won't always lead to a clear consent, but I get the gist of it. Nia did that to me. And then she asked me to search my memories.
Did you find anything about my sister?
No.
I know she's in there now that the curse is fully awakened. I just need to dig deeper.
You told me that calling a ghost by their name will drastically increase the chance of summoning it. Why haven't you said her name already?
Patrice asked me the same thing, and well, I'll give you the same response. I want her to hear me, regardless of how I find her. Patrice will handle this issue for me. He has a right to it just like I do.
I felt awful. His soul stirred, tormented by remorse, and I couldn't say it! Well, what's the plan? The others should be here soon.
I need you to take my side and convince them to explore the castle again.
It was a tough request.
You and Ryan experienced the curse firsthand. Having you two back me up should make it easier for me.
Is there nothing else we can do?
The castle will consider them disposable and create accidents to claim their lives. You don't actually have to do anything. Lock them in the safe room if you have to. My charms won't hold for long, not until I figure out what the castle is after. The more we learn, the easier it gets to stay alive.
I thought this was going to be easy for you. What the heck happened?
The organization sold me out.
Your organization? You didn't mention this was a job, but an actual organization for ghosts? It's an institution that keeps an eye on supernatural activities. I can't believe I said that out loud.
I was given false leads and I fell for it. Someone wanted me gone. Blake got nothing on these guys.
I'm overwhelmed again.
I know. Which is why I postponed this discussion as much as I possibly could. But we don't have time. Tomorrow night we have to go back. That way I can make better charms.
I'm back! He took one look at my face and expression quickly soured. Bad? Super bad.
I need you to know that I've been limiting myself to show what's important right now.
You are?
Let's leave the optional stuff for tomorrow. It includes some basic medium training.
I want to watch that. Please stop looking at me like I'm some sort of superhero. He's begging you to take him as your sidekick. Don't read my mind! It wasn't needed. Thoughts don't count. I didn't say it out loud, okay? But, you know, if you ever considered it... No. The answer is no. It will always be no. I can barely keep myself out of trouble. And that's why I'm here. You save people and I'll save you. That's not the point. Don't use the hat. Don't use the hat. Everyone will see it.
Guess it's time.
The door swung open and some of our friends walked in. We agreed to wait for everyone to arrive, but seeing them all here in front of me forced me to acknowledge the curse in its entirety. Liam's charms wouldn't hold, especially when the soul produces more energy.
Nice. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you took some time to rest and recharge.
Today's been shit.
Is that every day to you?
You assured me it would only take one day. You fucked us. Not just me, you fucked everyone.
I know. Listen, I didn't know that either. Let's talk it out and find a solution.
We can't put a stop to our lives just because you said so. Clyde and I have work to do besides attending school.
And you took me down with you. Yes, I know all about it, unfortunately.
You texted me about organizing yet another trip. Is this true?
Well, I came because Clyde asked me to attend, but I'm not willing to go through that ever again. It was reckless, dangerous, and we got incredibly lucky that all of us managed to escape. Not everyone did the first time around.
How's your wound? I remember your hand bleeding.
Oh, that was a neat party trick I did for a friend of mine.
Russell's soul reacted to that claim, but as always, his unchanging and stoic expression offered no explanation. You stabbed yourself?
You want to hear about my exploration that badly? Well, skill issue. I need to get everyone on board first.
No.
I'd rather not.
That's not a no good sign.
Stop fucking around and tell them why they have to.
We have to! Yeah, I believe so too.
I knew you've been hiding something. You left somewhere with Liam. Where did you two go?
I visited a family friend to do some research.
And you brought Liam?
He needed a medium. You didn't fit the bill.
Did you guys discover anything important?
Slow down. We're skipping steps. I need everyone to agree on another exploration.
When are you planning to go?
Tomorrow night.
He was betting on one more day, but from the looks of things, it wouldn't be enough.
Why do you need us anyway? You're the medium, keep us out of this. You can't do that!
I wish I could, but I can't.
I'll tell you what happened earlier today, so please listen to me. I could see the fear slowly creeping up on their faces when I told them about the pole incident. Some turned to Ryan, who nodded in agreement. That was way too intense. It's okay, just be on your guard around poles. Liam immediately snorted in response.
The curse doesn't target only poles, you fucking idiot!
It doesn't? Yeah, everything that can be remotely dangerous to you now is guaranteed to attack you. No way, that's crazy!
You can't be serious.
Liam quickly explained about the charms he distributed earlier this morning.
I don't like this. How are we supposed to handle it? The castle sent a goddamn army after us! That was fun!
Not at all.
You have the safe room. I'm going to finish the job.
It was wishful thinking, but we didn't have a choice on the matter. If you say it's safer for me to, then I'll do it.
I like the new look in your eyes. It suits you more.
Flirting? You seem less scared. Good for you, Patrice. I don't feel like I am. My body keeps shaking and I can't make it stop. But I want to be here. I'm doing it for her. And I want you guys to know her name. Nia Pratt used to be my girlfriend, and I hope to keep her memory alive. Liam didn't want to admit it. It was written all over his face. He was hurt just by Patrice bringing it up. Hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. That's okay, really. I don't think I'm the only one affected by it. We all are now. I feel like we should cooperate, Blake. And like he said, we don't need to actively participate.
I wasn't planning to take action either, but if there's no way around it...
I need a favor from you, though.
I've been way too patient with you today.
But let's not bring our private business into the conversation.
You love having the last word, don't you?
I need you to draw something for me. I'm commissioning you.
You spend too much time on the internet.
I live on the internet.
Is this related to the topic at hand?
Oh yeah, you've all met a different monster, right? I need guidelines. The best way for me to learn is by seeing who I'm dealing with.
Great.
That doesn't sound like a no either.
Well, I do like the idea of my friends being alive.
That's your plan. Are you sure you don't need us? We could, provide assistance.
I'm the only thing he needs.
You are indeed a powerhouse, but don't underestimate them. I don't want to put anybody at risk if I can avoid it. So let me see what I can do on my own first. I'm trying to fix my mistake.
I understand. Shall we review what we discovered?
We all said yes, just get on with it already.
We found its origin point. A medieval castle that is dated all the way back to the golden age of our city. And the history books named it Moonlight Castle because of the way the moon shines on top of it. That doesn't offer a lot, only why it vanishes during the day. It was given a different name after falling to its curse, the Castle of Growth. Documents related to its creator seem to have been lost to time.
But this was more helpful than you think. It could be related to that requirement I mentioned before, and if it is, it might clue me in on a way to purify the curse.
I'm relieved that we're not walking into this completely blind.
I have a couple of theories I wish to test. Hopefully I'm right.
Growth. Does this imply that the castle is expanding?
It could also refer to us, the people who enter its territory. Why would they care? We don't know.
I'll punch my way through like I always do.
Spend the rest of the night sharing information about the monsters we encountered for Blake and described what we met during said exploration. Everyone but me met 2 monsters instead of 3.
The correct term is pillar. Liam really said actually. They're created by the curse to manage intruders, but this is my first time encountering autonomous beings. The whole place is an anomaly.
Russell served us food as we continued working on a plan.
So, you need to understand what created the curse in the first place to find a way to break it.
Yeah.
I hate when I have to pretend to give a fuck.
I see. Having more people on it would make the process faster. I get it, but we don't stand a chance. I fought them, and they were way too powerful. They didn't rely on strength alone. The weapons you provided didn't work.
I know what you're thinking. They should be ready by the time we set out.
I was growing tired. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I think I've covered the most important points.
Then I'll be the first one to retire.
Don't forget to pick a time for your medium training.
Remind me tomorrow. We all exchanged some goodbyes and I walked out. I'm checking something. Are you gonna walk? I didn't want to trouble you for it. You will take longer to get home. It's fine. I just want to spend a little more time with you. Alright. It was a quiet ride. We were both tired, thinking about our own problems, and now the castle blended into it. How'd it go with Russell? You look exhausted. Oh, I am. It was tough. Really? Really? I wouldn't think so, considering the place is empty most of the time. I regret saying that it should always just be the three of us. Huh. I found my suit, by the way. I'm ready for tomorrow. You tried it on, right? Please tell me you checked. Ryan, I'm waiting for you to say that it does fit you. Of course it does. I trust that my weight stayed exactly the same. I demand that you take spare clothes with you. There's no need for that. I will not have another ripped pants episode. It's never gonna happen. That was exclusive to prom. We're not going to have another prom. You'll do as I say, right? Probably. Good. The car slowly came to a halt as my apartment building came into sight. Ryan dropped me off and I collapsed onto the mattress. I didn't have it in me to do anything, not even changing into comfier clothes. My phone had several missed calls from Mom and I couldn't help scrolling through it. A single message brought the whole world down for me. I'm coming to visit tomorrow. Anyway, which one's this one's Russell. Alright. This was worse than being a medium. And it's Clyde! Alright, I got shit to do tonight. Stay safe, have a good night. Come on back. And I will see you all tomorrow.